Our first guest tonight is a talented actress you know from shows like Brockmire and Dirty John. She created and wrote the new series The Chair, which is streaming now on Netflix. Let's take a look.
You look at your evaluations yet?
Yes,
And what did they say?
that I'm too exciting. Wait a minute. Was he always in here?
Oh, I haven't had time to redecorate.
I gave him a hand job in his car when I got tenure to celebrate.
That's the president of the college from like 1924.
Looks like the guy I gave a hand job to.
Also, how is that a celebration for you?
Good point. He owes me an orgasm, whoever he is.
Please welcome back to the show and the studio, Amanda Peet, everybody.
Ow.
Lovely to see you.
Come on up.
Hi, everybody.
It's a little strange. You get used to it really fast.
Okay.
But I noticed something's a little different since the last time I saw you. You're all splinted up. What happened?
So I had an operation yesterday.
Okay.
I had tennis elbow
Okay, from playing tennis.
from playing pickleball.
From playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Did you
And-
say it was tennis when the doctor asked?
No,
You copped to it being
I
pickleball.
copped to it. But I'm realizing now that I'm on this show and I spent this money on this half sweater
Yeah.
that I went to a store because my dress wouldn't. The
Yeah.
dress that I picked to come here didn't go over
Didn't
the
go.
thing.
You didn't think ahead to that.
Well, I thought I had, but I didn't realize how huge it was going to be. So then I walked into the store and the nice gentleman showed me this.
So did he know? Did they have that in like the pickle elbow section?
Yes,
Yeah.
the pickle elbow section. I'm wearing it backwards too because the hole was on the wrong side.
Oh, so it is. So you didn't cut off an arm. That is an actual. Well, I don't know. They really had. Well, it just seems amazing to me that you'd walk into a store and the guy would be like, "We got exactly."
That's why it's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, only in New York, baby.
Yeah. We got sweaters for no arms. We got sweaters for 3 arms. It's New York City. What do you want?
Oh my God, I love these people.
Yeah, really nice. It's really. You think like it couldn't be worse, but it could. Imagine if they weren't here.
Yeah.
So,
the point of what I'm saying is, I'm not good enough to warrant all of this operation.
Good enough at pickleball?
Pickleball.
Yeah.
And this whole discussion that we're having right now.
But you must play it enough to put wear and tear on the elbow, right?
Yes, so it's a very bad combination of cockiness
Yep.
and old age.
Oh, so now that's interesting because I do think, right, like as you get older, and this happens to me with sports too, like what it takes to like make you injured goes down. So how
I
often?
literally waved to the surgeon. I said, "See you next year."
Yeah.
Because
How often would you say you played? Or is this once a week you're playing pickleball? Like,
I started playing about 3 times a week. I
Okay,
became
so-
obsessed.
okay, gotcha.
I did.
Do you play with the same people all the time?
Yes,
And how are they doing physically?
they're fine.
Are they the same age?
Yes.
Okay.
But one of them was a star tennis player. so
Gotcha. Do you
she's
think
so-
this was a technique issue? Like, do you think if you got some pickleball instruction, you could maybe put less wear on the elbow?
Apparently, it's to do with old age. It's like something to do with having a weak shoulder, so then you overcompensate by using your.
Gotcha.
Is anybody still awake?
Was it the most embarrassing when you told the people you played with because they know exactly how good you are?
It was most embarrassing when I went to the surgeon and he brought back the pictures.
Okay, gotcha. Was it just pictures of people playing pickleball?
Because he does like the Mets and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I know your rate of success with 20-year-olds who are genius athletes. I
Yeah.
need to know you can fix an old lady.
Yeah, I want you to know you can fix this old lady who will never do any of the rehab, and I intend to get. Are you going to do the rehab?
I have to do the rehab. The rehab is everything.
Are you that kind of person that is actually going to do it?
Well, otherwise I feel like he just did this part. Now I have to do the rest.
Oh my gosh. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank
We
you.
really
That's why
want to see you back out there.
That's why I bought this sweater.
Hey, congratulations on this show. This is a wonderful show
Thank you.
that you co-wrote,
Thank
and
you.
it's about you have Sandro, first of all.
Yeah.
And you got Sandra through your friend Sarah Paulson, yeah?
Yes, she made some calls for me as she sometimes does.
Okay, and so had you known Sandra Oh before? Because she seems so perfect for the part.
Yes, we had met a couple of times. I knew her peripherally, but I didn't have her phone number.
Okay, so you got her phone number.
So, no, I just had Sarah do it.
You had Sarah call and be like, do you want to do this
Or
show?
she DM'd, what do you people do who are...
We are exactly the same age. Don't try to... My doctor told me I can't even play pickleball. That's my age.
Really?
He's like, it'll go right away.
It'll go right away.
Not really.
This will go right away.
Yeah, it's like everything.
Well, I thought maybe you had an injury.
You, but you got
there's a lot of torque.
So
you know,
she
in
DM'd?
Okay,
She
yeah, I'll go back to
DM'd?
that. She DM'd.
I just feel like I would like to go back because I feel like we've already put a lot of time into pickleball.
I know, and it's not, like I said, commensurate with...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Paulson is my dear friend, and she also sort of acts like my casting director / agent / Jewish grandmother.
Oh, that's a nice combo of things.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't help but notice Holland Taylor.
Yeah.
Her partner is in this
Yeah,
as well,
her
in the clip,
partner-
no less.
Yes,
And so, did she help you do that as well?
of course she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Sarah Paulson should really. Did she get a
she just
special
went-
thanks in this?
I thank you, Bird. I'm thanking her here and now.
There's a real coup. There's a real casting coup in this show, because it's about an English department at a college, at a fictional college, it should be noted, but beautifully shot at Carnegie Mellon.
We were at Chatham.
Chatham. And here's your friend. I guess I don't know if you know him, but David Duchovny shows up as a version of himself, and that's Speedo.
Well, so, you know, he wore a red Speedo in the X-Files.
Yeah.
And I asked him, begged him to do this part, but then I thought of this idea, what if he was in the red Speedo? But then I realized I had to make that phone call to him.
So
where
he'd already said yes, but he didn't know the Speedo part.
Yeah, well, I hadn't thought of it yet.
Yeah.
So then
That's
I
your story.
practiced my phone call.
Yeah.
I practiced my phone call to him, but I really just felt like a sleazy director from the 70s.
Right. You
Because I
mean that
was
you got like the young
sort
ingenue
of like,
to commit?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I was going to be like, but the thing is like, you need to just wear your skivvies.
Yeah.
But he said yes right away because,
Yeah.
I mean, look at his body.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I bet he was in that when you called.
He was waiting by the phone. He was just waiting for somebody to be like,
He must have been so happy.
I was like, is this uncomfortable? He was like, no, where do I need to be? What?
Your husband, David Benioff, is a producer on this, but this is your rodeo. This is your show. He was a writer, creator of Game of Thrones. And we've talked about the fact that you kind of had to bear the burden of being a parent for those many years. How did he do in his role?
He was amazing, and I was in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
and show running is intense.
Very intense.
And so he had all 3 kids, and a couple of times he had, a Zoom conference, parent-teacher conference, or something would happen, and he would just start complaining that it was too much. He was on his own, and I would just be like, up. 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years.
Yeah.
You were in Belfast.
Right. Yeah, not even Pittsburgh. He was in Belfast. Belfast, Croatia, a lot of time in Croatia, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But boy, was that fun.
Yeah, that must have been
Boy,
nice.
was that fun in my marriage. To just be
Also,
like,
it must have been nice, because I think we've done this as well, where, as a parent, you do a lot of Zoom things now, and we complain about them, forgetting that in regular times, you'd have to go places.
I was at those things
Yeah.
with the other parents.
Exactly.
Alone, schmoozing and oohing and eyeing.
And other parents were like, should we ask her to play pickleball? And they were like, she's too old. She'll fall apart. I can't believe you found a one-arm sweater
I
for us.
found a one-arm sweater. It's like the greatest thing ever.
I want to close by saying the show is fantastic, and everybody should check it out. You guys, that is Amanda Peet. The Chair is available to stream in its entirety on Netflix.